Here's why Melissa Gorga thinks RHONJ Season 15 news is coming soon. The Real Housewives of New Jersey fans are dying for any information on Season 15. They aren't the only ones either, as the cast is waiting to see what the future holds. Ever since Season 14 ended last summer, Andy Cohen has been insistent that we will be waiting a long time for the news of the RHONJ Season 15. Melissa Gorga, though, has got our hopes up that might not be the case. This week, Melissa stopped by the talk show Sherri to chat with host Sherri Shepherd. It didn't take Sherri long to mention the future of RHONJ, which led to Melissa dropping a bombshell. Here's why Melissa Gorga thinks RHONJ Season 15 news is coming soon. Sherri addressed the reboot rumors, suggesting the cast had to be revamped to make the show work, to which Melissa agreed. The talk show host then wondered if there were a chance Melissa would return with a new cast. "Of course, yeah, I think there's a chance. We'll see," Melissa shared. The Bravo star went on to reveal why she's hopeful that she'll receive some news or direction soon. I'm hoping that we'll get some news about the Real Housewives of New Jersey sooner than later. We were told we would get news like after the new year," she expressed. "So I do think they are working on it right now." Although Melissa didn't give specifics, she insinuated she has good intel that makes her feel hopeful. "I know they're definitely talking to bring in some new girls. I'm assuming they're going to keep some familiar faces as well," Melissa dished. Sherri couldn't help but wonder if Melissa and Teresa Giudice could mend fences if they both return to the show. It should surprise no one that Melissa shut that down, insisting the ship has sailed. As Monsters and Critics reported, the Real Housewives 2025 schedule has been laid out, and RHONJ isn't on it. Melissa talks Joe Gorga and steamy notes. Another hot topic on Sherri's show was Valentine's Day. Sherri gushed over Melissa and her husband Joe Gorga being a hot couple. The host wanted to know what Melissa had in store for Joe on the upcoming love holiday. It turns out Melissa is all about leaving her husband steamy little notes. Melissa also explained that she's known for sending hot text messages to Joe during the day, but then being ice cold when he gets home. In fact, this happens so often that Joe has included it in his comedy show. There you have it, RHONJ fans. Melissa Gorga has hope news about Season 15 will be here soon, and we hope she's right. Melissa Gorga sat in the sleek, modern kitchen of her Franklin Lakes home, tapping her manicured nails on the marble countertop. The scent of freshly brewed espresso filled the air as she scrolled through her phone, her blue eyes darting from one Instagram comment to the next. "Melissa, when is Season 15 coming? Are you and Teresa filming yet? Is the cast set? We need answers." The questions flooded her DMs, and while she had perfected the art of cryptic responses, something told her the wait was almost over. Melissa smirked. She knew something, and soon the world would too. The clues are adding up. Bravo was never one to spill its secrets too soon, but Melissa had been in this game long enough to recognize the signs. She had seen the producers moving behind the scenes, tying up loose ends, setting the stage for another explosive season. For one, the contracts. Every year, the negotiations seemed to drag on, with rumors of firings, alliances, and last-minute cast shakeups dominating the gossip pages. But this time, things felt different, faster, more urgent. "I don't have a crystal ball," Melissa teased in a recent interview, flashing that signature grin that had made her a housewife's favorite for over a decade. "But let's just say, I have a feeling we'll be hearing something real soon." She wasn't lying. She had been fielding calls from producers. She knew the tension between her and Teresa Giudice was still red hot. And most importantly, she had heard whispers that the network was ready to make an announcement. Bravo's pressure to deliver drama. The Real Housewives of New Jersey had always been one of the most dramatic franchises, but Season 14 had left fans divided. Some thought the Melissa versus Teresa feud had run its course, while others wanted more chaos. Melissa, of course, thrived in the chaos. "If they think I'm walking away, they're crazy," she told Joe just the other night. Her husband, ever the supportive, and sometimes clueless, partner, had chuckled. "Of course not, babe. You live for this." And he wasn't wrong. With Bravo facing increased competition from streaming services and other reality TV juggernauts, they needed RHONJ to deliver. That meant bringing back the biggest players, amplifying the drama, and making sure every single episode kept fans glued to their screens. Melissa knew all this, and she knew Bravo wasn't about to keep the fans waiting much longer. Behind-the-scenes buzz. Melissa had also caught wind of some behind-the-scenes moves that practically confirmed season 15 news was imminent. First, the cast. The whispers in the Housewives universe were getting louder. Certain new faces had been testing well with audiences. Some former housewives had been hinting at a comeback. And then there was the question everyone wanted to know. Would Teresa and Melissa still be in the same orbit, or was the show finally ready to split them up? Melissa wasn't spilling any secrets, but she wasn't denying anything either. And then there were the social media hints. In the past few weeks, Bravo executives and producers had been unusually active, dropping subtle clues that something big was coming. A cryptic tweet here, a nostalgic throwback there. And let's not forget the eagle-eyed fans who had noticed that certain housewives were suddenly following, or unfollowing, each other again. "Trust me," Melissa said with a wink in a recent Instagram Live, "y'all are gonna be happy real soon." What's next for RHONJ? The biggest question wasn't if RHONJ season 15 was happening, it was how it was happening. Would Bravo shake up the format? Would they bring in fresh blood? Would Teresa and Alyssa finally be forced to sit down and hash things out once and for all? Melissa had her theories. "Listen, no matter what happens, I'm ready," she said on her podcast. Some people might not like what's coming, but that's reality TV, right? She loved playing the game. She knew how to work the cameras, how to stir just enough drama without completely drowning in it. And if there was one thing she had learned from her years on the show, it was this: the moment you think you have it all figured out, Bravo flips the script. But one thing was certain: news was coming. And when it dropped, it was going to set the Housewives world on fire. Melissa took a sip of her espresso and smiled. Let the games begin.